And so she passes away on the 24th of September, and we have the wedding. No, not the wedding. Sorry. We have the funeral a week later on a Friday. And I've got a flight this Saturday. So Friday, and then the next day I'm on a flight to Korea. And a lot of the time, and I didn't really tell anyone what was going on. I didn't want people to know. I kind of just wanted to just do my thing. And yeah, so I leave on Saturday, and I remember telling Kimberly, I was like, I feel like something special is going to happen in Korea. I don't know why, but I just feel like something special is going to happen. And yeah, so we go. So I go on the Saturday, and I'm just bawling my eyes out. Like, I feel like it was just a culmination of that 1 week of trying to stay strong and, you know, for the funeral, whatever. And it was all happening, and we had to organize the funeral and everything. And all of a sudden I'm on a flight from like Sydney to Korea, and I'm just bawling my eyes out because I'm just like, I finally sit down. I actually have time to think about like what just happened the last 2 months, you know. And I got there, I got to my connecting flight, and I went to Kimberly. I called her. I was like, I don't think I can do this. I think I got to go back. Like, it's a lot for me to, you know, try. My mum's just passed, and now I'm going to try and compete in like, you know, a few days. Like, what's going on here? And yeah, it was strange. And I just felt, and then I started playing and I started training, and I just felt she was with me. I don't know how to describe it, but every time I just looked up, I could just tell she was with me. And I was
just feeling like
a feeling. I looked up and I could see her face, and I could tell she was like just super happy that I was there. And so I was great. Like in Korea, I was actually pretty happy, to be honest. And despite everything that was going on, I was actually quite happy. And because I felt there was so much guilt from me before when I was traveling when mum wasn't well. And I was like, oh, finally I can bring her on the road with me, you know?
Oh, wow. Yeah,
so that was like such a big thing for me. Whereas I was in the US and I was just guilty being there. When I was traveling before, there was just always a bit of, should I be here or should I be home? Like, I don't know when's the last time I'm going to see her. So also I went to Korea and I just felt like she was with me, and there was like such a lift of guilt in a way where I was like, oh, okay, I can bring you on the road with me now. Like I'm good. So I felt like I was playing lighter. I felt that that she was with me. If I had any moments of hesitation or anxiety or anything on court, I just looked at her. I was like, nah, like, we've got this, you know. And I felt like all of a sudden I was in like a team environment, if you will. And yeah, it was an amazing 2 weeks. And I lost the first week, second round, lost to the guy who ended up winning the tournament. And then the second week, I went to Seoul, and yeah, before every match, I remember I just like my warm-up routine was I just go outside, I just look up at the sky, and I just look at her. I wouldn't do anything, I wouldn't say anything, but I just look at her for like 5-10 minutes, and I'll be like, yeah, we've got this. Yeah, we've got this. And I still look back at some messages during that week, and so many things, it was just meant to be. Like the day of the final, I was playing Ibing Wu, and we played around 1 or 2 p.m. and the club, they served lunch. And then the lunch was like a Japanese, like golden curry. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Like, it's a Japanese curry, like katsu curry. And it was my favorite dish of mum's. And they served it at lunch. And I was like, man, this is just meant to be. Like, I remember on my WhatsApp to family, we have a group chat with our family. And yeah, I took a photo of it, and I was like, I sent it to the family. I was like, yeah, it's meant to be today, guys.
Yeah, today's the day.
Today's the day. Mum's with us. Like, you know, it's like my favorite meal that she cooks, and they just cooked it for lunch for me before I'm about to play this match. And it was just one of those weeks where, yeah, I'll never forget. I'll never forget. And it's definitely the best memories I've had on court. But it was just so special to do that with mum after everything that had happened, and to see me playing the final and seeing photos of just one of the toughest times in our lives for our family. And they're all at a Chinese restaurant. They've put like a projector on in the private room, and they're all smiling watching my tennis match.
That's amazing.
Despite everything that we'd all gone through. And it's amazing to see that I could provide such happiness and such memories and such a difficult time for our family. And yeah, they sent them through the photos, and Dad's smiling. Lost a love of his life, and he's smiling. My brother's smiling. Everyone's crying. Everyone's smiling. Like so many emotions, but yeah, it was so special.